I'm going to introduce the topic of percents, including the notation for percents. I'll assume that you've got a basic understanding of decimals and fractions. If you don't, I would invite you to watch my videos on the topics that you need help with. Okay? So let's continue. So what is a percent? Okay, a percent is an alternative way to express a fraction with 100 in the denominator. Let me repeat that. A percent is an alternative way to express a fraction with a 100 in the denominator. So, suppose we had 5%, okay? What fraction is that equivalent to? Well, that's equivalent to the fraction with a 5 in the numerator and a 100 in the denominator, okay? So whatever number is in the percent, you simply divide that by 100 to get to find the equivalent fraction, okay? Also, you can find the equivalent decimal, 0.05. Notice to find the equivalent decimal, you just move the decimal point 2 hops to the left. So 5 becomes 0.05. Okay? Likewise, 12% is equal to 12 over 100. And that's equal to the decimal 0.12 by moving the decimal in 12 2 hops to the left. Okay, what about a fraction like 343? Excuse me, a number like 343. Okay, so we can have a percent, 343%. Okay, we do the same steps we did for the previous two examples. We can find the equivalent fraction by dividing by 100. Okay, and we know how to find the equivalent decimal to a fraction. And for this example, it'll turn out to be 3.43. Okay. Notice you still get the equivalent decimal by moving the decimal point 2 hops to the left, even when the number is bigger than 100, like 343. All right? Now, one reason why percents are used is because the denominator of 100 is used so often. Okay? And so in some cases, it's convenient to use the percent symbol instead of writing fractions all over the place. All right? So let's have you try some examples. Would you please find the fractional and decimal equivalent to 35%? So do that now, please. Okay, so the answer is that that's equivalent to 35 over 100. If you like, you can simplify that to 7 over 20. And the decimal equivalent is 0.35. Okay, now would you please try to find the percent equivalent to 49 over 50. And also try to find the decimal equivalent. Okay, so pause the video and do that now. Alright, so I'll go ahead and do that. So to find the percent equivalent, we need to have 100 in the denominator. We can get that by multiplying the top and bottom by 2. And then I hope then that helps you to see that that's equivalent to 98%, okay, which is equivalent to 0.98. All right, so one more example. Would you please find the fractional and decimal equivalent of 222%. Pause the video and do that now, please. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do it as well. So I'll start by dividing 222 by 100, and that's equal to 2. The mixed fraction 2 and 22 over 100. If you like, you can reduce the fraction to 11 over 50. All right, and then as far as the decimal is concerned, you just move the decimal point in the original percent, the number of the original percent, move the decimal point 2 hops to the left, and we get 2.22.